Here we go.
I just shipped my bag.
Doesn't stick in my brain like Doritos finger cleaner.
And I just see the scariest monster I've ever seen in my life holding a baby out over a railing.
These waters are murky. We're treading through it.
Dude, nothing against anybody, but...
Welcome back to the Sorta Brothers podcast. Blake, how you doing?
Doing well.
Doing
How
good.
are you doing?
I'm doing great. We got the podcast set up pretty quickly today. We're getting in the groove of things, I feel like.
Yeah, got here at 7. It's 8:07, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
A little over an hour.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't get here at 7, but.
Oh, yeah, you were late.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing this for? Do I need to move it closer or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we're good. How was the week?
It's fine. Pretty busy.
Yeah, busy with party buses still, or no?
No. I had a couple more jobs. Played drums. Played drums on Sunday morning at church. So that always makes for a busy week. Just trying to fill in practicing and that kind of thing. But no, it was good.
Heck yeah, dude.
Busy week's a good week.
I have an announcement off the top.
What's up?
It's a sad one. America's favorite country musician, Toby Keith, passed away today. We got notified of that. So yeah, kind of sad. I was like, maybe we could open the podcast playing a little Should Have Been a Cowboy, but then I was like, as soon as I thought about it, I'm like, video get taken down as soon as we did the tribute.
Yeah.
So, Toby, just know that we would have done that.
Yeah, we could just do like 5 seconds of silence.
All right.
Okay.
No, it's weird though, because I feel like I'm like a Toby Keith fan as much as anybody else, but not like crazy. But he's just got like some iconic songs.
For sure, yeah. No, I'm obviously the exact same way. I couldn't have.
What's your favorite
told
Toby
you.
Keith song?
Well, we talked about it before, and so now I would say, but like the one I like.
Did you know any, like, for real off the top? Like, once I said them, could you sing some of them?
Red Solo Cup is like definitely one that we've like just like listened to on the lake. But again, I couldn't have told you them right off the top of my head.
It's weird though, because I feel like the same as when like Kobe died. Kobe and Toby, which is weird, but
not really.
Taylor Swift fans would think that was a sign.
Yeah, right. They would think that.
Yeah. They'd be like, he had 13 number one hits. But no, I remember when Kobe died, being like not that big of a Kobe Bryant fan, but being like shook by it more than I thought I would be. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just when like these larger than life figures die. Even if you're not that big of a fan, it just makes you feel weird. Like for some reason you thought they would like live forever. Maybe it's because they die young that you feel weird about it. But
definitely because, I mean, for me, definitely because they were young. I mean, Kobe was younger than Toby, but
Toby was like 63 or 4 or something like that. But
I mean, our Kobe kind of, that one felt more like, I don't know, impactful to me almost because of just like I was in
like,
sports and
and it was like a traumatic helicopter crash and stuff.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like something that you think like that happens in
movies.
movies.
Was involved in stuff.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of sad, but I've thought about a bunch how he died in like January or February. It's weird that like, I don't want to compare it to like a 9/11 thing, but it's a moment in my life where I remember exactly where I was when I like saw the news that Kobe Bryant died. I don't know why.
No, I think
it was just like huge news.
No, it's funny you say that because I am the exact same way. I was alive for 9/11, but I don't remember that. But no, I was with my tennis personal trainer on the tennis court. We were like right about to go out, and he was just like flipping through his phone. He's like, "What the heck? Kobe Bryant died."
And you're just like, "Oh!"
And I was like, "I can't hit today."
Win this match.
No, we were just training, but. It's funny you say it because I don't remember really anything else that is like that for me.
I don't know. But the crazy thing that I've thought about is that he died in like January or February, and then COVID hit in March. Like Kobe Bryant just never experienced COVID.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
True.
And when we were in the middle of it, I was like, maybe he's the lucky one, you know? But if you never, if you think, that's kind of morbid. But I'm like, if you never get out of, you know, you don't know if COVID's going to be like around forever or something. And I'm like, he's just never experienced a world with COVID. That's crazy.
Were you going through some tough Lego builds during that time to try to get through that depression?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was that one over there, but
he just points to
just like, that's my anxiety set.
Just camera pans just an entire shelf.
Just as slow. Yeah. No. Okay. So Toby Keith. Little
sad.
Yeah. Sad. A little sad way to start the pod.
Yeah. Let's brighten it back up.
Yeah. What else we do this week?
How's your week been?
Taylor Swift. We watched a little bit of the Grammys. Yeah. Did you watch the Grammys much?
I watched it a little bit before I
guess you were
came to your house, and then I watched the end of at your guys' house. Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, and then
I watched a little bit beginning, and then I watched the end of it at your house.
Yeah. What'd you think? There was some. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not like I don't always watch them all the way through every year, but
yeah, I don't either. But the Travis Scott performance, dude.
Yeah, we were talking, dude. Yeah, that was the end half at your guys' house, and yeah, him just like slamming chairs, these foldable chairs in the middle of his performance.
All I know Travis Scott for really is Sicko Mode. I don't listen to him that much, and I know that song is old now.
Definitely. I mean, I knew what songs he was performing.
And
There's some of them. I knew some of the songs he was performing, but no, yeah, was not aware that he was just going to come out and start slamming foldable chairs.
Well, he starts off the performance in the first place, and there's just like some girl in a belly shirt, and she was like, it felt like
not even dancing.
It was like not choreographed or anything. She was just kind of wondering.
Oh yeah, what'd you say? You were like, okay, your assignment for today is just wonder.
Yeah. The choreographer's like, just kind of like piddle. No, I don't know. Those songs though are not for me. I feel like I couldn't understand what he was saying, and then he just started. He was in like almost like a full like gladiator uniform.
Yeah, I feel
with
like
shoulder pads.
Yeah,
and then just started slamming chairs.
I don't listen to him like religiously or anything. I occasionally know some of his songs from like working out or something, just because they're like upbeat, more hype songs.
Yeah. I don't know. It was good though.
Definitely.
Taylor Swift got her 13th and 14th Grammy. And so you don't want to talk about Taylor Swift. We'll talk about her next
I don't know,
too.
dude. I just feel like right now we're just talking about current events, that kind of thing, what's happening. And sorry, our producers might have to go change a diaper here real quick. But no,
a bit of a blowout in a full fur chair.
Oh yeah, get her out of that chair.
Yeah, that is like the chair you don't want to have a blowout in.
Yeah. But no, what was I saying?
Talking about current events.
I just feel like Taylor is gonna be in our current events for the next 3 weeks, like next 3 years, dude. She's on fire right now, and I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Speaking of Taylor Swift being in our current events, what's your predictions for the Super Bowl?
I feel like I'm with the rest of the United States when I say this, and I don't want the Chiefs to win.
Yeah,
but I think that the Chiefs might come out with it.
Yeah.
But my hope, and I guess I could say my prediction is, I feel like Brock Purdy could pull it out with the 49ers.
Yeah, definitely could.
I don't know if they will, but I mean, if I had to just say, like, what's my prediction? I'm going to say 49ers because I want the 49ers to win.
Yeah. Do you think, I saw something this week about how Christian McCaffrey's mom was like posting about how they were trying to get a suite for the game, and she was like, it's too expensive. Not even Christian wants to pay for it. Not even like his girlfriend or fiance Olivia wants to pay for it.
Also, I don't know if she was being, I don't know if Christian McCaffrey was like, Mom, when he saw that, because
I got a bag.
She didn't say Christian doesn't want to pay for it. She said even Christian can't afford it.
Yeah. Which I guess, like, I don't know, paying $2 million for some tickets to a game is like, it's not that you can't afford it, but it's like at some point it's just not worth that.
We also don't have to get a suite.
Yeah, true. But they did. The Olivia girl, she said, and not even little Olivia can pay for it or something, like his girlfriend. And then she apparently like bought the suite for mom's birthday to like go to the Super Bowl for like, the suites were going for like $2 million.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, you don't have to get I saw, obviously they're still insane. Like I think the lowest ticket was like 8.3 thousand or something, like 8.3K
to go to the game.
Yeah, it was like
Jeez.
one of the lowest things. I don't know if I saw that on a social media post. Some guy was like,
that's insane,
like going on about it, but I haven't actually looked. But if that's true, you could still get, obviously it's still going to be a crap ton of money, but you could still get like a row of seats for way under $2 million.
Yeah, for sure.
But then you're going to be out in the weather
I don't
or whatever.
think they're charging Taylor Swift to
Maybe
go
it's
to
a
that
demo.
game. And that's shady. With the amount of money she's bringing in, there's no way they charge Taylor $2 million for a suite.
I don't think it's that they are charging Taylor. It's just that she's in the Kelsey suite.
It's kind of her suite now, right?
I'm just saying though, it's not like she's just like getting out of paying. You know what I mean? Like she's just like any other girlfriend. She's going to be sitting in the Kelsey suite. Also, it's like, dude, the amount of people in that suite that have money is absurd.
Yeah, true. It's like P. Diddy. And like, it's like all billionaires or something. Yeah. Megan did just remind me of a good point, is that this episode comes out after the Super Bowl. And so people are going to know who won the Super Bowl. So got us. We messed up.
Oh, dang. Who won?
But maybe we each pick a team. We each have to pick different teams. Which one you want?
49ers.
All right, I'll pick the Chiefs.
Okay, now you have to root for the Chiefs. That's rough.
I don't want to root for the Chiefs, but
well, now you're locked in.
Now it's like win-win. If the 49ers win, I'm happy. If the Chiefs win, I'm right.
Okay.
So, and we'll play this video back. Hey.
Dude, I do not want the Chiefs to win. Holy crap.
I don't either. I'm actually mad they're in the Super Bowl. Okay, I had something to talk about that kind of was just like a thought-provoking thing this week. And I don't want every episode to be about like us being dumb, you know?
It's hard, but yeah.
Like it's hard being dumb, or it's hard to not do that.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. Well, I feel like we need a segment of you just like saying like, this was a thought-provoking thing that I thought of this week.
Do I say that a lot?
For the past like 3 eps, I think. Anyway, I like it though.
I need some proof.
Carry on. I like it.
You and I talk about how we do not like reading.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've talked about this. And
it's also a dumb thing to say.
No. Not to make us sound dumb, but it's hard. Like reading, if I just have to read something, that's easy. But like focusing for hours on a book.
Oh, I know.
Is very like exhausting to me. Oftentimes when I try to read a book, I'll fall asleep before like 2 to 3 pages in. And I'll end up rereading the same thing multiple times. Sometimes just to make sure I'm like getting it. And, but no, so I can read. All right. I want that to be on record, but I don't love it. Megan's reading a book and I don't know if we just said this or if this was actually a thing in the book. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, it was a thing in the book. She's reading a book that has like it's either like a transgender or like a non-binary character in the book. And I just had the thought, I was like, if I'm reading a book where someone is referring to someone as they, I'm out. Dude. Like, it takes me enough like brain power to just try to get through a regular he/she book. Dude, if they're talking about they and I have to try to determine in the book whether it's one or multiple, dude,
these waters are murky. We're trying to do it.
Dude, nothing against anybody, but I can't read that book.
I can't see where I'm stepping right now.
Is that
we're walking through a swamp and I can't freaking see where I'm stepping?
Is what I'm saying making sense, or is this totally out of pocket?
No, I understand. I haven't been in the situation. I mean, part of that is because I don't read.
It would be like if you're reading a book and they just name someone like Sam and they never tell you if it's a boy or a girl. How are you supposed to know?
Yeah, maybe.
Does that make sense?
No, I understand what you're
Dude.
saying. I'm just saying I've never been in the situation, so I I can't like recall.
Leaving me out on an island.
No,
Like,
no. I'm not leaving you on an island. I'm just
what can I say?
yeah, literally trying to step forward. Yeah. No, I think that would definitely be hard. Maybe in the maybe newer books have to say their pronouns like in parentheses right after every name, right after a new character's like shown.
Those are like the new age books.
Yeah, right.
Sarah.
He, she.
He, she. Dude.
That's the new age, dude. Anybody can be like anything, dude. It's just
I have seen
they, she
I'm pretty sure I've seen like a he, they before.
in a book, or are you just saying like
No, I don't read books.
Yeah,
Like
no,
in a
for sure.
Instagram bio. Or
Yeah,
something.
no.
A he, they?
Yes, I have seen that.
I don't understand what that means. We don't have to get. We
Yeah,
don't.
we
We're
definitely
probably
shouldn't.
not going to figure this out, me and you, right now.
No, we're not.
but no. Political
Good
views
point, though.
aside,
Yeah.
I just don't think I could get through the book understanding what's going on.
Yeah, we just need some more confirmation.
They
somewhere.
walked in the room. I would think that there's like a party of people.
Yeah, and then it's like, period. As I sat alone, and you're like, I'm lost.
Yeah, that's good. You should write books. Dude.
Maybe.
Period. As they sat alone. They walked in the room as I sat alone.
Wait, would it be?
It's referring to themselves.
Wait,
as
would
that?
it be? Would it be? They walk. One, I was saying like as the narrator.
Would someone say
the
that?
narrator
like,
said that.
Are you home right now? They would say they am.
I don't know. That's
Instead
what I'm
of
saying.
I am?
No, but would the if the
No.
if the narrator said if the narrator was talking in the book and said they walked into a room, what would be the next sentence if they were alone?
Oh, it's the narrator. I'm thinking you're in the room and they walk in.
No, I was like, period. Now you know what I mean? Like
They alone. It just turns into like
they alone
hood
could
writing.
they alone could still be like multiple people though.
They
Alone in there. There's like two of them.
They alone in there is just at some point all this pronoun talk is just bad grammar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe don't clip that part. Get me out of here. Oh,
I definitely I was just gonna say real quickly though. I'm definitely with you on the not reading. I could not tell you the last book I
gonna
read
say.
for fun.
what's the last book you read? Period.
Well, I do like a devotional.
Period. They alone.
I do a devotional each day. So I like if you're counting the Bible. If we're counting the Bible, then
You read the whole Bible most recently?
no. Are you saying like
Not the Bible.
Front
What's the
to
book
cover?
that you've read? Not the Bible, because if you're just reading like a few verses every
that's what I
day.
just started my freaking sentence with. I couldn't tell you the last book that I just read front to back. Oh, actually, it's another religious book, but it's the
Gosh, this guy. He's just
it's
flexing.
what's the book that? Oh my gosh, it's Christianity for people who aren't Christians.
The
yeah.
one that we read together.
No, I didn't read that with you guys. You guys read that before I was in your Bible study. I read it with a different
But you
Bible
had
study.
read it before we did it in Bible study like 2 years ago. That's the last time you read a book?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Wait, when's the last time I read a book? Meg and I are about to read a book.
No, the last time you read though was what? Christianity for people who aren't Christians, isn't it?
No, I think I read a book, one or two books when
You
we went
read-
on vacation.
The whole book or vacation?
Yeah, we were there for like 2 weeks.
Okay. What was it called?
The book was called Suffering. So,
did you read the whole dad's book I gave you?
and then I read a dad's book. So Suffering actually was 2 years ago. Now that I remember that, it was good. It was
2
like
years
a
ago? That was the
Christian
last
book.
time you read a book?
No, and then I read a book before we had Evelyn on dad, doing dad stuff.
How long were those books?
Long, dude, 150 pages maybe.
Oh my gosh.
It was actually just loose leaf in a binder.
Yeah. Megan, what's the last book you finished? How many pages was that?
This is actually
Just like estimate, rough off the top of your head.
I'd probably say it was like 450 pages
That was what, like last week?
yesterday.
She didn't read it in one day. She finished it yesterday. Megan's also been reading like borderline erotica.
Okay.
No, I'm
We don't
not.
need to get into this. We don't need to get into this. I saw that coming from a mile away.
My mom, this I'll just
Oh
this
my
is,
gosh,
this is not
dude.
Hey,
We-
just as a heads up, this won't get graphic. But my mom was over shortly after we had Evelyn, and Megan had just been like reading these books, and it was kind of like we just had a baby. This was just like what she liked to do when she had some downtime and would just read these books. I'm like, great, she's getting back into reading. She got some time off work, whatever. My mom comes over. There's just this light blue book sitting on the coffee table that she's been reading, but I have no idea what it is. You're going to tell me the book's like purple. Okay.
Megan Sugar
We
nods her
argued
head,
about
yes.
this. Sure, a purple book on the table, but it was blue. So
I'll just mimic what Megan's expressions are so that people can see them.
Yeah, he's like. My mom comes over. She's holding Evelyn, and she's just like rocking her, and then just locks her eyes on the coffee table. Just, what is that? Looking at the book, and I say, "Oh, some book Megan's been reading. I don't really know." And I think it's like one in a series of books she's reading. And Mom goes, I just got an email about that book this morning from your sister's school to not let our kids read that book. It is very inappropriate. This is no
Okay,
joke.
here we
It
go.
is-
Megan chimes
I
in.
would
Please
not
chime
want
in.
my middle schooler reading it. That is correct.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the input. Dude, I'm just like, I didn't think I was like monitoring these books, but I was just like, she read me a couple lines out of the book, and boy, oh boy. It was
Out of the craziest one, that was
Not
the
only
most
do you-
intense one that I read.
certainly don't want your middle schooler reading it. It was
Only if you're married.
feisty. Yeah.
I still have never heard
It's like that New Girl
or
episode
read anything from the book.
where Nick is trying to be an author, but they are they're like renting their apartment out as like an Airbnb to get some extra cash. I think it's the episode they're getting extra cash because he wants to take Schmidt to Japan for the bachelor party. And so
Yeah, I think so.
and
I haven't
they're-
watched that in a while, but yeah.
Yeah, and they have Fred Armisen from SNL is on that episode, and he's there staying. Nick's trying to be an author, and he's no. The guy is an author, and Nick is like cleaning something up off the floor. So he's like in a chair, Nick's on the floor.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
he's like
guy's
super petty. He's like breaking glasses and stuff.
Yeah, and the guy starts reading him some of the stuff that he's writing, and it's like erotica
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
what does he say? He's like, they're like going up the steps, and he's like, left, right, left, right, and he's like, she finally like showed him her
What does he say, man?
breast or whatever, and he's like,
No, yeah, he asked to see him and she says, just one.
yeah, he has to see him, and she says, no, just one, and he says, like, okay, left.
She showed me and it was as big as a Cadillac.
Dude,
I love how I can just say, Megan, what
Nick's
happened?
just like,
And she
wow,
just
that's
knows me.
really sexy stuff you got there, dude. Anyways, Megan's book was like that, but like 100 times.
I don't really know what to say to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't either, because it's like we're raising a kid, and this is what's being read. But
Just I'll follow it up by saying that I
Rebuttal.
read that to Blake in saying, listen to this. This is kind of crazy.
Well,
Like,
you
I
don't
don't
have
feel
to talk
comfortable
about it.
reading
Yeah.
this. And
I
Blake
figured.
said, that doesn't bother me. So he's just being a little hypocritical here.
it didn't bother me her reading it to me. She
So-
was like, "This is so whatever." We don't have to get into it. She's like, "This
Oh.
is so weird and awkward," and I was like, "It's fine. You can trust me," kind of thing, you know.
Sorry, I was just mimicking.
Anyways,
what Megan
I
did right
haven't
there.
read-
Shook her head no.
I haven't read a book since vacation to answer your question. Got off on a bit of a tangent
Yeah.
there.
We tried to not, but
Yeah.
someone was very driven.
Hey, I have a thought-provoking thing I thought of this week.
Another one? Let's go. Let's hear it.
I was talking to somebody, and it came up about going to prison or something. And this could almost be a get to know the bros, but I have something else, so I'm just gonna like do this. But
Okay.
It's not really a get to know the bros. It's just like a hypothetical situation. We started talking about if you were to get a life sentence in prison.
This is like a would you like a
Like
this
what's
or that?
like what comes to mind immediately as like the thing you would miss most about your free life?
If I was in prison,
If like you got convicted of a crime and you were just gonna go to prison for the rest of your life, what comes to mind off the rip of like, shoot, I'd never be able to do this again?
just like I guess the freedom to
I'm looking for specific things.
like not seeing your family every day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Are you thinking something?
No,
like, were you expecting me to say something specific?
I don't know. For me, like specific things came to mind. I was like, man, I would never be able to go to Mall Road Chick-fil-A again.
True, that is a big one for me.
Dude, never
That's
be able
true.
to do the pod. We'd be doing the pod like a two-way glass.
Oh, we could do the pod. We'd find a way.
You think?
Yeah.
That's my one phone call. We do 5-minute pods every week.
Ooh, that actually be. What would the name of that?
Or do you get a
podcast
phone
be?
call a day? I guess we could stitch together 7 5-minute
Whoa.
things. We do 7 segments a week.
Yep.
5 minutes. It's my phone call each day.
Yeah. So
Actually, if we're both in prison, we could probably just like get a camera or something.
yeah, that's what I originally said. We could find a way, but you were just like really honed in on the. You said in between glass. Why would we be in?
Like
would
if
our-
one of us was free and one of us was in
would our
prison, you know where
prison
they like go
cells-
to the glass and they sit across from each other on the phone?
No, in this fantasy, we're both in prison.
Let's go.
And you just thought both of our cells had one thing of glass separating my cell and your cell. So we could
No,
just
I was
always see
thinking
each
one of
other?
us was free. Obviously. What if, yeah, you're just in prison. All the walls are glass. You can see everyone.
Dude, we're like, we need to go to that prison so we can complete the pod. But they're like, no, this is bad.
Were you going to say something? No.
That's like the prison in Guardians of the Galaxy. They're like all in clear pods, aren't they?
I thought you were talking about the animals.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too.
No, like when they're in the prison and they're all wearing orange jumpsuits when Rocket's like,
yeah. Is that the second
steal
one?
that guy's. I need that guy's
clear
eye.
though, right? It's just like the
No, he
front.
steals his arm or something, or his leg.
It's like
or something.
just the door is like that like shield, right? So it just
Yes.
it looks transparent.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
Anyways,
I'm thinking of a
I
different
remember
thing.
when I was a
thought
kid.
I
they
think I know
were
what you're
clear.
talking about.
I remember when I was a kid having a chunk of time where I was pretty scared about like the future and being like, I would be scared about like, I hope I don't end up in prison one day. Like it could just happen to me, or I could accidentally do something that would land me in prison for the rest of my life.
Like what?
I didn't know. I was just like, I hope I don't mess up. I remember kind of feeling that way, but then I kind of like grew up and I was just like, oh, just don't break the law.
Yeah,
You know?
it's pretty simple.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess that was kind of an irrational fear. You have any irrational fears?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know, not necessarily irrational. Maybe I think of, and this is kind of sad, I guess. Now again, we're getting back to sad stuff, but
This whole episode might be pretty sad.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like I've heard about a lot of, whether on the news or just like people I know, like getting different sicknesses, like long term sort of stuff, like cancer or whatever. And I don't have like I wouldn't say I have a fear of it, but it's on my mind like a whole lot more than it used to be.
Yeah, but like cancer is not irrational, right?
Well, that's what I was
thinking.
No, that's
like,
what I said. Like I don't really know if I have really big or irrational fears because it could still
Yeah,
happen, obviously. But
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I think about stuff that is like way more rare than a more normal fear that you're gonna encounter like each day. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mine is parking garages. I'm fine in them.
Just parking garages?
Like
I'm fine in them, but I have to have my window down.
you just mean
Every
like
time we drive past one, she's like, ooh.
No, like if I go into a parking garage, I have to roll. Like you already run it down and get the ticket anyway, like out of the machine.
like you're scared someone's gonna like kidnap you.
No, I'm scared that the thing's gonna collapse.
What?
The parking garage is going to
Yes,
fall in on you?
especially if it's under a building. That's even scarier. And then the worst is if you're leaving an event and then everybody's trying to get out, so you're stuck in traffic in the parking garage and then you can't get out.
That
and
is a
it's
really
just-
irrational fear because
I think part of it is my claustrophobia, but like being stuck in traffic in a park, and then I can't get out of the parking garage, and then I can just go down deeper. I can't get out, like up.
Yeah, you're just burying yourself more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cars made me remember this. I've never really been like a car guy, so at the time, I know that cars aren't even constructed this way where this would happen now, but in like high school, late high school, even probably early college, I used to have this fear when I was driving that at some point the part that I'm sitting on in the car could just fall to the ground and the body of the car would just decapitate me.
what the frick?
Dude, and now I know like
Actually,
cars
no,
aren't built like
no,
that. So
no.
I think I'm okay. But
Dude, it's weird that you say that because as some people know, I drive a 2006 Toyota 4Runner that
could happen
the
in your
entire
car.
frame is extremely rusted and so random. The other day I was just driving to UC. It was like a decently long drive, like 25 minutes, like 25, 30 minutes. And I was just driving. And no, I'm not joking. I just thought, I was like, what if the frame just like snapped right now? And just, it just fell. Yeah, like that. I wasn't thinking about getting decapitated, but I literally thought about that like 2 days ago.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
mine's like a little more rational, I guess.
I don't know, dude. All right, I'll share this on the pod because this is
a deep
almost
episode.
turning into a get to know the bros. But my most irrational fear of my life that plagued me for years when I was little. Megan's laughing. I don't know. She's probably heard of this. She's been around for a while, but this was back this is back when we lived in Louisville. And so I was probably like 6 at the time, 5, 6. And I have this memory as a kid of going down into the basement. I'm playing with my dad or my parents or whatever, but we're all in the basement. The TV's on the news, and I just see the scariest monster I've ever seen in my life holding a baby out over a railing. And it was Michael Jackson. Dude, I had never seen anything scarier. Now, granted, I know he had stuff going on to get his face the way that it did, and it was like a lot of probably mental health stuff that he was dealing with that caused all the surgeries. We're going to put that aside. He was the scariest man I'd ever seen in my life.
I'm so confused.
Michael Jackson.
That's the fear?
No, I thought he was like gonna kidnap me or something. Like I thought he like lived in my closet. I'm not joking, and this sounds
What the
crazy,
frick?
but like kids are scared of like monsters under the bed. I was literally scared of Michael Jackson being in my closet, and you can ask my family this. I was terrified, dude. And I have a distinct memory one time because my room, like the bedroom went into the bathroom, went into a walk-in closet, and then on the other side of the walk-in closet, we had like a loft, like attic space that was like our playroom. So it was all connected through my room. And one time I was in my bathroom and I went into the closet, but the door to the closet was shut. And as I reached for the handle started jiggling, opening, and I thought, okay, this is it. This is it for me. And it was my dad.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was my dad.
No.
And I was, to wrap this up, I have all these memories around Michael Jackson. We moved here, and the first year we moved here, I went to the church camp for the church we went to in Louisville. And while I was at church camp, we got word that Michael Jackson had died. And everybody was kind of like, oh no, kind of. And I was kind of secretly like, yeah.
No, you weren't.
I promise you, I was kind of, and my mom, like everybody knew. So my mom was like, Blake, it happened.
So
Like,
this fear was that Michael Jackson, like himself, would come.
he was just like he was like
kidnap
the
you?
monster to me as a child.
It
And I
wasn't-
like his music.
It wasn't
I
like
just-
Michael Jackson's ghost. It was like, no, Michael Jackson
it
is
was
still alive and he'll
like
come
the
to
pale,
Louisville.
pointy nose Michael Jackson was like somehow like a demon, and he was coming for me, dude. I was so scared of him.
Yeah, that's pretty irrational.
But like PYT and Beat It, I love those songs. Thriller. So happy for
Nathan, so
happy for everything he contributed to society, but
yeah,
did not want that man in my closet.
I don't think I would want Michael Jackson in my closet either, though.
No, he probably was in. Was Michael Jackson gay?
Huh?
He was definitely in a closet, right?
I don't know. I've seen like some interviews though of people saying like accusing him of like doing some stuff with children. He was like, "No, I love children." Have you seen that stuff?
I mean, that's like a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had Graceland as Elvis. His was the freaking like Wonderland or something.
I'm not aware
He
of
had
Wonderland.
No, I don't know what it was. But he had like a theme park at his like house or estate or whatever that children could come to. So that's like where a lot of the
Oh, really?
yeah. Let me just Google this to make sure I'm not way out of line.
The producer's already on it. But no, yeah, I was not aware of Michael Jackson's
Neverland
Wonderland.
Ranch. Yeah, he had the Neverland Ranch. It was the home of the private amusement park of the American singer Michael Jackson. So yeah, private amusement park for kids is a sus thing to do when you are having child allegations.
Was Neverland a thing before Peter Pan came out?
Pretty sure Peter Pan would have been around before Michael Jackson's theme park, right?
That's what I'm asking. So did he
think so.
name it after that movie? After Neverland in that movie?
I don't know. Let's ask him. Get him on the phone. I don't know.
Just a thought.
Could be.
It's kind of a sweet name for a amusement park.
Sweet name. You're like, I wish I could
I would
have
have
gone
went there as a kid.
Yeah. Why didn't Michael want me?
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Do we want to go into Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I think so. I'm
right.
excited for this one.
So, in honor of it being Super Bowl week, we are going to do a Mount Rushmore of the best commercials, just best TV commercials ever.
Yes.
Right?
I'm super excited about this one. I feel like I pay attention to commercials a lot, and especially just because I'm in the video space. I feel like, I don't know, I'm might even like go into that more high-end production of commercials down the road. So I am very happy about this, and I think we should start off with a rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. I can't wait. Justice has been talking about how fire his picks are. I think I have some good ones, but I was at times a bit stumped on like, I know I've laughed hard at commercials, but I can't remember which ones. And so I hope that you bring some up for me.
So
that I remember.
I do want to ask this real quick though before we start. Is your list only funny Super Bowl commercials?
No.
Okay.
No, there's most are funny, some are not so funny, but just like cool, but they're not. Cool. I didn't restrict it to Super Bowl.
Okay, sweet. I have a mix too.
Yeah,
Megan, are you ready for Mount Rushmore? Sweet. She says yes.
Megan automatically goes third because she unfortunately is not a brother, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Correct. Yeah. Not much we can do.
Yeah.
We don't make the rules. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper,
what's
scissors?
the score here? I'm 2-0 if we don't count the episode with Ethan.
Correct. The 1-on-1 is 2-0, yes.
All right.
Because we've only done it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. All right. No way, dude! Did you see that? That was kind of late. That was kind of late. That was kind of late for audio only listeners, bro. As he was going down, opened and then closed his fist.
It wasn't because I registered what you were doing, but I did it because I just changed my mind what I wanted to do. There's no way I could have registered what you did.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Whatever. I closed my eyes.
He's mad.
I closed my eyes.
Yeah, because you didn't cheat that time.
Ding, ding, ding.
Literally,
2-1, whatever.
Literally just admitted to cheating. He said, "Look, I lost because I closed my eyes."
No, I didn't lose because I closed my eyes, dude. I just, just wasn't as in touch with the timing.
Timing doesn't have anything to do with winning rock, paper, scissors.
Yes, it does. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll go second this time.
Yeah, that's the only place you can go. Okay, I'm gonna pull my notes here. For my
first pick.
Yes. For my first pick, I'm going to take an Apple commercial.
Okay.
This commercial, it was called Well, it was for the iPhone 14 when they came out with deleting text messages, and it's called Rip Leon, however you want to say it.
Rip Leon.
Ooh, that was nice. that was clean.
Thanks.
But yeah, do you guys know which commercial I'm talking about?
No.
So it's
Are we gonna have to watch all these?
Apple. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we definitely could. But so Apple had this commercial where it was about this dude. The casting, everything about this just was perfect. And this dude basically is supposed to be taking care of a lizard, and it dies.
Okay.
And he texts and he says like, "I messed up. He's dead." And then the lizard pops back up and he deletes the message.
Dude, the song that plays is so good.
It's amazing. Everything, the song, the cinematography in the shot, like this is a way more serious one. But dude, like I love that commercial.
We need a little vibe of the song that plays.
Yeah, should we?
Yeah, I need to hear that.
Okay.
We're gonna have a little dead air here.
I don't even know the song.
We could sing a little Toby.
Here,
Keith
I'll bring it up.
while we
I'll
wait.
bring it up later. We can keep going. I'll bring it up. I'll find it.
All right.
But yeah, that's definitely a more serious pick. But one of my
I
favorite
love that
commercials.
No, it's funny too.
It is funny
it's
too.
a good
Yeah.
one.
Okay, my first pick. I'm going to go with what I thought was like a FedEx commercial, but it is Kmart.
Kmart.
Oop, that was mine.
Yeah.
What?
And it is. I just shit my pants.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't
Because
remember this
FedEx had
commercial?
the ad that was if it fits, it ships, and I think that's why I was confused. But this is talking about where Kmart introduced like home shipping delivery or whatever for products. And so the
I know
guy's
what you're
like,
talking about. I know what you're talking
I
about.
just shit my
Yeah,
pants.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Timmy,
yeah,
you can ship your pants too.
How old is that
He's
commercial?
like, I just shipped my bed.
Yeah,
I didn't think that- isn't
okay,
that
so
like-
yes, that's what he said. The commercial is like funny as is. But the reason I had to pick it was for this one line where this old man is just sitting on this bed and listen to this audio of how he says it, dude.
Ship my 90. I just shipped my bed.
Dude, that part, I was like, all right, this is number one. I just shipped my bed. That one got me.
No, that's a good one. I feel like
and
that's,
the way he like points to the bed.
that's a more like recent one too, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Apple
I
one
don't
is
know
too.
how
I'm just
recent
saying.
it is, but
Yeah.
I feel like I saw that not too long ago. But no, yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Megan, you're up.
that was my first pick.
Dang.
Wow, took her first pick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
She took our picks last time.
Okay, I'm gonna go serious then,
Okay.
All right.
and
Dang.
because I watched this commercial again and it made me cry.
Oh.
So it's the extra gum wrapper drawing commercial. I don't know if either of you remember it, but they had a shorter version that played like often. But I don't know if it was a super. I'm assuming it was a Super Bowl spot because it's like an almost 2-minute long commercial. But it's like a high school like couple, and it's basically like following their story line of like they're meeting in high school, they go to prom, she gets a job and it's far away and like all this stuff, and the whole time throughout she keeps, random things are happening and she's giving him like pieces of gum,
Yeah.
and apparently you see him kind of drawing on them.
She's
And
going to cry
at
now.
the
I was about to
end-
say, I feel like you're getting emotional right now.
No, I'm not getting emotional. At the
okay.
end, then at the end, it's like him proposing to her, and he has all these drawings on the gum wrappers of those events that had happened. And it's just a very sweet
That is sweet.
storytelling
Who did it make you think of?
commercial.
Who did that commercial make you think about?
Blake just always has to make it about
I mean,
him.
maybe my high school sweetheart.
Let's go.
But
Okay.
It's just
You guys are supposed to fight on this podcast.
it's just
No,
a
we
very
love each other.
sweet story. Like they told a whole
Yeah.
story in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And it is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. I think I've seen it, but I think it's been a long time. Okay, so we have Ship My Pants and a really sweet high school sweetheart commercial. Justice, back to you.
Okay. For number 2, I'm gonna go. I consider this a classic. This is back to a more comedic. It's a funny pick. This is the first thing I think of if you think Super Bowl commercials. I'm going the Doritos finger commercial.
Dude, I knew it. I was about to go.
It is insane. And we watched this not too long ago because we were just brought it up because talking about the Super Bowl or whatever. But wow, dude. When I first saw that commercial, I remember I was at Max and Jake's house. We used to, I say Max and Jake like everyone knows, our cousin's house. Yeah, I was crying laughing when that commercial first came on. And what makes that commercial so funny to me is how long it stuck in my brain. Like, I don't remember a ton.
Like how long you could vividly see that man licking that guy's finger.
Well, just whenever I thought of a funny Super Bowl commercial, I immediately thought I was like, oh, what's the one where the guy's licking?
Yeah, for people who haven't seen it, Justus, let's do a little demo.
Dude, I just read it over. No, yeah. Basically, just like really quickly, this guy is like, dude, stick your like finger through this hole. It's like a finger cleaner, like or something. And it's basically just the wall is just to another dude's office, and this dude's just like always doing work, like typing on his computer, and then a finger would just come through his hole, and he would just go and just lick the like dust, all the Dorito dust off his finger.
Yeah, clip
and
that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
When I think you showed me that recently, and I may have seen it before, but I didn't remember. And I was like, it feels like Red Band commercial of like, was this actually aired?
Was 100% aired.
Like those Skittles commercials where it was like Taste the Rainbow, but it was like Skittles were just flying everywhere of like inappropriate stuff. Have you seen those commercials?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's not on my list.
Doesn't stick in my brain like Doritos finger cleaner.
Shout out to Doritos finger cleaner. That guy has licked so many
I think there's like a
fingers.
sign over the like hole in the drywall. Do you remember? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like a little hole in the drywall. So my next pick is going to be just it may not have aged well, but it's one of the more iconic commercial campaigns, and that is Jared from Subway.
Okay.
Now, similar to Michael Jackson, he may or may not have had some issues with. Jared was actually convicted, I think. So Jared is not a great guy, but he did lose like 400 pounds or something eating only bread and deli meat, which is absolutely like impossible.
Wait, is that like
they told us
proven?
that this was true? He always used to have the ads where he's like holding the jeans out and stuff. And
Yeah,
was,
but
like,
I didn't
holding
think
them
it was-
like this, and they were like super wide.
They would have like life-size cardboard cutouts in Subways of him like holding the pants. so
Oh,
you
I
could
never saw the
compare.
life-size cutouts.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so he lost all that weight. I don't know how Subway wasn't sued for like. There's no way he lost all that weight by just eating.
I don't know if it's just like a really good calorie deficit, right? Like if you just
If he ate like 1 6-inch sub a day.
right.
Yeah.
Then technically he
But like
lost
if you
weight off of
just
Subway.
if you have a foot long 3 meals a day,
Okay, you're not having a foot long at every meal. What?
wasn't that the thing? He ate exclusively Subway or something?
Yeah, but you think he's going to Subway at 8 a.m. getting a foot long?
Maybe there's something about just repetition in your diet that makes you lose weight. The Costco hot dog guy lost weight.
Lunch,
Jared from Subway
Lunch.
lost weight.
foot long. Dinner, foot long. Dude,
I mean, he's growing 3 feet a day.
you think he was no way he was doing that. But no, yeah, I just feel like if he just got his calories down a ton, then you're gonna lose weight. I feel like no matter what.
Yeah, I don't know. Jared from Subway, piece of crap. But the commercial campaigns are iconic, and we don't support you on the pod, but congrats on all the weight lost. Megan, to you.
It was a great wrap up.
Thanks.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna pick one that I just like that I thought was funny, and that's Smart Pack.
Wait, remind me.
The Hyundai Smart Pack commercial, which features John Krasinski and Chris Evans, two of my favorite actors. And it's about their Smart Park feature where it can back into a space for you. Basically park the car for you. And they used actors all from Boston and used the Boston accent. And it's just a bunch of them saying, a lot of words with R's in them so that it sounds crazy. And they
Smart
say
pack.
smart pack the whole time.
It says no park in here. You park right here.
They're different. But they're like, he's like, it's got smart park. And he's like, you can't park it here. And he's like, you can park it anywhere. And they're like, the harbor? And they're like,
The harbor?
all kinds of stuff. It just cracks me up.
Nah.
Yeah, it's great.
Nar. That's Australian.
Yep. Not Boston.
Boston, Australian would be crazy. This is a little tangent. The other day I said sometimes when I first start listening to someone in like a video and they're either Australian or British, I get it confused. We'll leave it at that.
Can't
Third
relate.
pick.
My third pick is going to be It's a Tide ad. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that the one where they said
That's
like
a good
any
one.
commercial could be a Tide?
Yeah. So it was like genius to me. And I feel like a lot of like that's like a well-known, like pretty genius advertisement.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just every time this commercial would start throughout the Super Bowl. I think it was specifically a Super Bowl like advertisement. But they had so many spots in the Super Bowl advertisements that were separated. And every time they were just making fun of another advertisement from a different company. And it would start out and you would like just subconsciously, you've seen so many commercials like this that you would think it was a legit commercial because it would look so legit, look so real. And then they would just come out and be like, nah, it's a diet commercial. and he's like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, look, no stains. And he's like, they're just like putting on their clothes. Dude, it was actually insane. Like, it's so nice, dude. Like, I was like, this is genius. It got me like almost every time.
This was like their comeback from all the bad publicity of kids just chomping on Tide Pods.
Yeah. Just absolutely inhaling just detergent.
I don't know why that was a thing, dude. That's got to be like, there's going to be some things we look back on humanity and being like, wow, we're stupid. This podcast might be one of them.
Yeah, there's definitely
That was pick 3, right?
things. Correct.
Okay, I got to go with this because it was such a cool commercial, and for another reason. But I'm going to go with the Red Bull Stratus jump.
Okay.
Do you remember that commercial where the whole thing was just like him on a satellite and then basically skydived from space?
Yeah. No, that was insane. I remember that commercial.
Yeah, that commercial
Watching it.
was sick, and it's like just super iconic for doing that. So that's
When he's
part
like
of
in the
reason.
pod. And
Yes.
like that pod like floating. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
The other reason is that when I think of evidence against flat earthers, I still think of that Red Bull commercial.
Dude, that and so many other things. There's pictures.
Yeah, but you could be like, NASA's got ways of faking stuff and doing stuff. Red Bull's a drink company. What, like,
I mean, now
I
if-
just mean
if
like,
we're gonna-
what motive would Red Bull have for
Well, I mean, you can
making
always
the Earth look round?
You can always say if you're talking about conspiracy theorists, they're going to be like, oh, well, Red Bull's a big enough company where NASA could have came to them and paid them a ton of money to.
Okay,
do that.
whatever. I saw it with my own eyes. The Earth was round. He should
I
have just tried to
agree.
like.
I agree that the
he should
Earth
have
is
just
round.
tried to like veer off to the right and see if he could like get under it.
Yeah, get under what? He's literally looking at a sphere.
But he could have just accidentally gotten perfectly atop the disc.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
What if-
definitely not?
Dude, they should have played a trick on people and had it look
Look
like the
flat.
globe like flat on
That would
the
have been
commercial.
awesome. That would have been my number one.
That would have been funny. Just like don't even mention it. Just subtly make fun of them. All right, that's my third pick.
Okay. I'm gonna go with one that is funny and also good, I guess. So the original Old Spice commercial, the man your man could smell like,
Yep.
the I'm on a horse one.
I'm on a horse.
It's just a commercial that it gets done and you're just like, what just happened? Mm-hmm. But so it just keeps your attention, and it's the whole like, look at your man, look back at me, look at your man, look up. I'm on a boat, and in my hand is whatever the tickets to the thing you wanted to see. But look again, it's diamonds, and it's just and all this stuff is
That
happening.
one was good.
And they apparently have you seen the behind the scenes that they shot it on one take?
Oh no.
It's literally them just moving things like behind him and dropping things on him. Like it's all shot. Obviously there's one moment of CGI obviously when it turns to diamonds in his hands. But like other than that, it's all like all the background is just like them pulling things up and down and like around behind him. And he just sits on a horse and they pull out and he's like, I'm on a horse.
That's cool.
And it's like, I just think it was a cool, obviously kind of low budget type thing, but it's like hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that one was funny, but I like, to be honest, dude, I saw when I was like researching for my fourth pick, because I had my top 3 right off the dome, dude. I was researching for my fourth pick. I saw Old Spice commercials, various Old Spice. I do not like their newer commercials. They just like
Is their newer
almost
one's
annoy
the
me.
one where the guy's like, that's what it does? Is that Old
There's-
Spice when the girl's like using his hair product and she's like, wow, it's really, and he's like,
I think
crying.
I think it is.
Maybe there's a ton. The ones I'm thinking of too are like when it's all about someone stealing your Old Spice because it's so good. Or it's like where like it's like a married couple and it's like Old Spice
Yeah,
for
that's
men.
that's
and
what you're
then-
talking
oh,
about.
is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's talking about the same
Oh,
thing.
it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's super overplayed.
yeah.
It's not well, not just overplayed, but I mean like there's multiple variations of the same concept, and it's like okay, it might have been funny kind of the first time, but
Yeah. All right. Fourth pick.
okay, I'm gonna go with the dude. Okay, now this one, oh shoot. Okay, I came super prepared as I mentioned. Oh, I didn't mention that, but I mentioned that I was super excited for this Mount Rushmore. But I was super prepared, and I forgot. I was about to say maybe we'll say like an honorable mention, but I won't say it. But like unless you guys have it. But for my fourth pick, I'm gonna go the Dumb Ways to Die commercial.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
animated thing.
Okay, so yeah, so this was an Australian kind of like public campaign for the railroads in Australia, like for the trains.
Yeah.
And it's just basically a 3-minute advertisement of animated characters dying in super dumb ways. Dude,
Is that where the jingle came from?
yes, it's literally the jingle is the advertisement.
Okay.
It's like a 3-minute song, and it's like a legit song, and it went viral. They made a iPhone game
Yes,
about
okay.
it,
So
and then
that's
it
what
went
I know.
viral when I was like in 5th grade, and all my friends, we were all playing Dumb Ways to Die, like
That's
on
where
the
it's like
bus.
dumb ways to die.
Yeah. And dude, I like that thing has like 300 million views on YouTube right now. Like it just unreal.
That's what we need to get to with the pod.
Yeah. It's just one of the number one ads of all time. International
Yeah,
advertisement.
we could get there.
Isn't that crazy though? Like that just shows that good marketing and good creativity just gets shot up through the ranks. Cause that was just a marketing strategy for Australian like railroads.
See, I think it goes to show that there's like no formula for anything. Like someone could have made that and it could have been the biggest flop Australia's ever seen. But for some reason, people were like, oh, haha.
What do you mean?
I just mean like, I don't know. Some things you can just create and they can be crazy funny and they can just like not take off the same way. And then that could have been just like very mid funny. But for some reason,
Are you saying if it
caught.
was created the same way and it just didn't?
I'm just saying
go
there's
anywhere?
no formula for creating it. You just got to create stuff and some stuff's just going to catch fire just because.
Oh, for sure. I just mean, I think it was genius to go to, hey, we're going to go out of the way and create our own little world and animate people that no one's ever created before and do us all this stuff. And it's like, it was totally, I mean, I'm going to say it's totally unique, but like, obviously some animators might be like, oh, well, there's things similar, but like, that's with everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought that
Yeah.
was a pretty
I'll have to rewatch that one soon.
amazing. I actually just rewatched it and
Did it hold up?
it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Tell me if one of these is your pick, Megan. But I, for my fourth pick, am just going with Geico commercials because
I knew you were going to take them.
I think Geico
just the company
Yeah.
commercial. You can't. There's so many different campaigns.
No,
That's true.
well, I'm gonna get to that, but I think that they are so good at they've like got, and some of them when I was looking back through it, like you forget, like the gecko has been like a thread all the way through. But originally it was like just the gecko that they had as this mascot, but they've had the gecko. They were like the original like hump day people with the camel, and then they had the caveman, like so easy a caveman could do it stuff. So they've had like these iconic mascots. But if I have to name a commercial, I'll go with their most recent one because I think the whole idea is so funny where like this caveman went off and got married and they're like trying to do like a documentary video and he's just like offended. He's like, they made me into a tagline. And then he's got those like huge teeth and like it shows like a clip from the documentary and he's like, what does he say? He's like, I mean, we're talking about a lizard here. Talking about the history of Geico, dude. Those commercials make me laugh so
Those are good. My only thing about them though is the last time I saw the commercial actually on live television, I was here and I thought the channel had switched because that commercial didn't end. Dude, it was
Super
like
long?
3.5 minutes long. Megan was in the room. Dude, it was insane. We were all just sitting there watching and like a minute in like, I don't know,
Is
45
that the one where he's like talking to his wife in bed?
Yeah, like a minute and 45 seconds in, I was like, I turned around, I was like, is this a commercial? And then just sat there, another minute goes by. They're like, he's like rowing on like a row machine. I'm like, this is a movie. This is like, it's insane.
That's every commercial. They just had a long ad spot. Every commercial has like 12 different length clips that they could send
Yeah,
out.
for sure. Yeah. It was just funny
You
to
just
me.
got the full one.
It was funny to me that it was like, oh no, we're going to show you 3.5 minutes and then you're going to go back to the NFL. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
know.
kind of insane.
I'll watch it.
Megan, you're
It
up.
wasn't Geico. I was gonna pick an insurance company though, but
Flo.
I was gonna go not Flo. I was gonna go with Progressive,
Progressive.
Oh, yeah.
but the Becoming Your Parents ads.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, those are good. Those are good.
That guy is like perfectly cast
yes,
for that.
the
Yeah,
whole,
for
all of those. My favorite is when they're in the supermarket or they're in a hardware store, I think, and there's a guy with blue hair, and he goes, "Don't say it," and he just goes, "Blue."
Yeah.
But those just crack me up. I think
He's
all
like
of that's
herding
hysterical.
adults to like a sporting event, and they're like, "I'm gonna park towards the back, so after the game we can just." And he's like, "Let's not talk about leaving the event before we get inside."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those
Yeah,
are really
those are
good.
super
There's a
good.
ton of one-liners out of those.
Yeah.
Those are super good. Was that that's your fourth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have plenty of honorable mentions. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to do yours.
I want to say an honorable mention. So this was one that I researched. I watched it during a Super Bowl a couple years back, but I didn't like immediately remember it. It's the Eminem commercials with Danny DeVito when
Yeah.
the Eminem becomes a human. Dude, he just gets slammed by a bus and just like,
Yeah.
it's like
Nobody else
Thrown.
could. Nobody else looks more like an Eminem.
oh,
as a
I know.
human than Danny
Just,
DeVito.
just perfect casting. Perfect
Yeah.
casting. But no, yeah, I rewatched that and I was like, this is actually super funny. Also, the Eminem characters are just like pretty awesome. Like they've been around for forever.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because he's just like, do you want to eat me? Do you want to eat me? And everyone's like, no, get away from me. And then he just like runs out into like the middle of the street in New York City and just gets like slammed by a bus.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's pretty funny. Did you also have an honorable mention, Megan?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple. The other, insurance companies, they just have so many campaigns. But for some reason, one of my favorite commercials, it's State Farm. But it's the, like, you need money, State Farm can find it for you kind of thing. And they're like, this is what the other companies can do. And it's that old man with the fishing pole. And he's like, I caught you $1.
He's like, you got to be quicker than
You gotta
that.
be quicker than that.
There's so many commercials where I used to just die laughing, just like with the family
they're
in
just
the
going,
family room.
Oh, you almost had it.
Yeah. We used to like cry to that. And it's like, it's still
We need
funny.
a Megan cam. Megan's back there like,
That one kills me for some reason. Just the way he does it, it's perfect.
I
It's
know,
amazing.
it is pretty amazing.
dude, we have some good laughs at like, oh, look, it's a beep bloop.
it's
Those
Bee Boo.
commercials are actually funny.
That's like one of the funniest lines I think in that whole series.
Sometimes we'll just be hanging. I just say Beep boop.
He
or something.
he's like he doesn't even have a mustache. He like puts the mustache on like sideways. He's like, oh look, it's Beep Boo.
Hits his mark center stage and is crushed by a baby grand piano.
Are you replacing me? We could quote this entire
That guy,
commercial.
that guy is
Liberty
actually
Bibby.
pretty funny though.
Yeah,
Like,
he
the
is.
actual guy that does it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, we still have get to know the bros to do. How long we been going for?
Hour 10.
I like how we ask this
10.
every time. We can just go right into it. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's just go right into it. Get to know the bros. It's my turn.
Oh shoot.
What do I want to do? I was gonna do this one. I'll do this one because I kind of already talked about it, and I'll save the other one. Okay, I kind of already said some, but I won't use that. But my question is, what is your most vivid childhood memory? When you think childhood, something comes to your mind first, and it's this. Maybe it does.
Are you thinking of something specific to me?
No, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Just sound
No,
like that.
but when Blake asked me this earlier, I don't know that I would describe it as my most vivid memory, but like a memory did
That's
like
a hard
immediately come to
question.
my mind.
Yeah. I think most things are like that. What are
I
you
can
most
give
scared
you-
of? Boom. Something came to your mind.
Yeah, I can give you like the first, I don't know, like the first thing that happened to me that I thought of immediately just because it was like really funny. But
Yeah, what?
I don't know. One time, I don't
Just
know
like
why.
something,
I don't
it's
know.
like the earliest memory you have in life that you
Oh,
think
that's
of.
a totally different question.
Okay, well,
But no, okay. So just something I thought of, like you're just talking about childhood memory. For some reason, throughout my childhood, I have been full on sprinting as hard as I possibly can, and I have run into a tree
is this a
twice.
dream? Or you just, oh, this happened to you twice.
I'm talking about a childhood memory. We're not. Why are you switching your?
Well, I don't know. You were speaking about it weirdly. You were like, at some point, I have run as hard as I can into a tree.
Okay, I don't know what
I
you're
just
on
was
over there,
confused.
but anyway, I ran into a tree when I was really little in my backyard, so hard that the bark left an imprint on my cheek, and for the rest of the night, and I literally, it was
Just like couldn't block it with your hands.
it was no, I was just I was running around with my dog and sprinting as hard as I possibly could, going like this, and ran right into the tree. But fast forward, now I'm in 7th grade. I'm in middle school. We go over to my buddy's house all the time. It was just a normal like sleepover. He has a basketball goal and then a pond right next to his house. But his driveway, where his basketball goal is on his driveway, there's a really steep hill and it goes right into the pond. And down by the pond, there's a tree with some branches hanging pretty low.
You're
Just
like,
keep that in mind.
I don't know if I should go down there.
Just keep that in mind.
Got a history with these
So we positioned the basketball goal. We moved the basketball goal to the side so that if we airballed, it wouldn't just go into the pond. Well, obviously the ball can still like break off the rim, or whatever, and go down there. So we were just waiting for that to happen. But anyway, we were just shooting basketball like normal. Ball hits off the rim, goes flying down the hill. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happened so many times where the balls went in the water, then your hands get all wet, whatever. It was kind of like a chillier night too. So I was like, I don't want this ball to hit the water. I start running down this hill. It's not a huge hill. It's just like a steeper hill into the water. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is like a pattern that we're discovering, but I had tunnel vision on this ball. All I could see was the ball and the edge of the water. I'm sprinting. I get to where I'm probably like 5 feet in front of the ball, but the ball's still rolling. I go to slide to catch the ball like as I'm sliding before I hit the water.
Yeah.
Branch just freaking chops me right in the neck, clotheslines me. And I'm not even joking. It was like a cartoon the way I like bounced off the branch and then it like flew me back into the ground, dude. And it hurt so bad. The wind just left, the breath just left my body. I got the wind knocked out of me so bad. Dude, it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, and then my buddies were just like on the ground dying laughing. But
Yeah.
dude,
Dang.
I just think of
Stay away from trees.
That was
dude.
the first thing I thought of because I don't know. When I think of my childhood, I think a lot of just like the friends' houses I slept over and like the memories we made there.
Yeah, maybe I was thinking of my earliest memory because mine's just like a very obscure thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a different question.
Maybe most vivid and like stuck with me would potentially be Michael Jackson.
It's pretty weird. Oh,
Holding
do I have
that
to say?
baby. No, what I was gonna say is I think this was when I was like 3, and we went to the mall and I got a new toy, and it was like
I don't know if I can remember anything from when I was
it was
3,
like
dude.
it was like a little like garage thing. In my memory, it was like a parking garage, which is funny. But it was like that, and it had like a car with it that would kind of like go on the track and of the road and stuff. And we got in the car, and I lost that truck. So,
In the car?
yeah, like the first day I had it, and it was for sure like somewhere, like either in the car or I guess I could have left it at the mall, but I got this like brand new toy I was super excited about, and I lost one of the key ingredients to it that first day. It was nobody's fault really, but I never found that toy. But I think about it too much when I think about my childhood of like, where did that car go? You know?
Do you still think about it today?
Yeah, I'm talking about it right now. So I'm thinking about it.
No, I mean, like, do you think about where the car went?
Yeah, it's like impossible to know. So I think
You just accepted it?
I just think if I was as good at finding things then as I am now, I would have found it.
What?
You know? Okay, I know we're probably got to end this episode, but I was going to tell you something at the beginning of the episode that I forgot to tell you.
Shoot.
I took an ice bath before the pod.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I did it partially because I knew we were going to record, and I was like, I want to see if I'm like really alert and
Okay, we've been
Go
over
it.
this, though. You have to be consistent with it. But how do you feel?
doesn't matter. I don't feel good. So I did something I did something different though. So typically I'll sit in it like this. So like from here down is submerged in water. I did that for 3 minutes. In like the last 5 seconds, I went full underwater and it was freezing. And when I came out of the water, I thought for a second that I like pulled my pec or something.
Why is that?
Like, I don't know. The cold or something like spasmed my muscle or something. I don't know. I did it again because a coworker was like, told me, I've been going to this new like recovery place after I go to the gym, and I do ice baths, and I'm literally obsessed with them. And I was like, I don't get it, but I keep giving it a try. So I'll try to be more consistent. I hadn't done it since we had last talked because I drained the water because I thought it was moldy, and then I just refilled it. So maybe I'll try to do it a few more times, and I'll just keep giving you updates.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a doctor or scientist, and I definitely don't do ice baths, but
You should do it with me, and then we can see if you feel the same.
well, I can't tell you I would probably feel something if I did it consistently, but I'm definitely telling you that your problem is consistency. That is the key that you're missing.
Well, replay you saying, I'm definitely not a doctor or scientist, so
Yeah.
you don't know what my
They don't have to
problem
replay
is.
it because I said it 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, you don't know what my problem is, though, right?
Yeah, except every time you say, guys, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't feel anything. And I'm like, when's the last time you did it? You're like, I don't know, a month ago? And you're like, wait, Justus, but last week I did it 2 times. I did it 2 days in a row. And we're like,
Okay.
that's not
Why are you
consistent
like?
enough.
Why am I talking like this when you try to wait, Justus?
That's just how I like feel like how you talk. So.
I don't think so. Anyways, I say all this to say that I may be selling a 150-gallon horse trough. So if any of our listeners would like to buy it, it's like brand new.
Moldy.
I'll catch you a good deal, give it to you for retail price. So yeah, hit us up.
Just gotta clean the green moss out of it.
Probably not willing to ship it unless it's to one of our flagship listeners like Isolde.
You would ship it all the way to Belgium?
Yeah. Paid like $200 for the thing. Ship it to her for like $1,500.
Yeah. Well, Isola, if you could drop your address in the comments, please.
Yeah, that'd be good. Was this episode 7?
That's correct. Yes.
All right.
Super Bowl winner will be out.
Yeah. True.
And we will, not right now, but by next week, we will have watched some new commercials.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else?
No.
Anything else, Megan? All right. Episode 7 out.
See ya.